Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Week 4 Betting Lines and Predictions, a series that I've done since Week 0. The last 2 weeks have not been that great at all. This could be the last of these types of videos. I will be staying at a job. We're going to be starting in about 2 weeks, and it's about 2 hours away. It has over 10,000 square feet of floor space. So I'll be there for the better part of a whole month. So we could get one of these in before then, including this one. One more including on top of this one. But they don't have Wi-Fi there. So, and I don't have one of them smartphones that y'all have. So it's going to be difficult for me to make this video. But I will be home on the weekends. So the resume ranking that had a debut last weekend will continue, as well as the Michigan recap and any other college football around the country. If it's interesting to me, I will have videos on those still on the weekends. So with that out of the way and without any further ado, I'm just going to get right into the Week 4 betting lines and predictions. Tonight, we have a few games, but the one that I picked out of this lineup is Chattanooga at Illinois. You can see my prediction there. I'm going to try and make this video a little bit shorter for you all. But the line is -18 for Illinois. And it's a Thursday game, and they always are interesting. I'm staying away, but I just thought I'd keep track of that one. Saturday at noon. You have Maryland at Michigan, and Michigan is favored by 17. I know I've told you in previous videos that I do not bet Michigan games, but I'm betting this one. I feel real confident and strong that we're going to beat that 17-point number. Kent State at Georgia. Georgia is favored by 45. I have more than that. Give me Georgia. I'll bet that one. Clemson at Wake Forest. Clemson's only favored by 7. Wake Forest has that great offense, but defense is lackluster. Clemson, with one of the best defenses in the nation, I'm taking them to cover the 7 points. Central Michigan at Penn State. Penn State's favored by 28. Give me Penn State to cover that, and I'll bet that as well. I know Oklahoma State struggled with them, but Penn State, much better defense. Baylor at Iowa State. Iowa State's favored by 2.5. I am winning by 3. I'm going to stay away from that one. I could see Baylor easily winning that game. Rhode Island at Pitt. That line is not out yet, so we'll just skip on by that. Bowling Green at Mississippi State. I have Mississippi State winning by more than 30, and that's the line, so give me Mississippi State, and I'll bet that. Florida at Tennessee. Tennessee's favored by 10.5 at home. It's a 3:30 game. Well, I don't think they win by that much. Give me Florida and 10.5 points. I'll bet that. I know Florida has struggled, but up and down. But I think they, it's Week 4. They have to learn something by now. Richardson, maybe he can get back on track. We'll see. Texas at Texas Tech. Texas is favored by 7. I have them winning by 10, but still it's at Texas Tech. That's kind of a scary game for me. I'm going to stay away from that one. Middle Tennessee at Miami. Miami's favored by 25. Give me Miami to cover the 25. I'll bet that. Notre Dame at North Carolina. North Carolina is a 1.5-point favorite. I think they win. I think they beat Notre Dame at home. Again, a 3:30 game. Notre Dame offense is not very stellar. This could be close. It could be a blowout. Give me North Carolina to cover the 1.5. Minnesota at Michigan State. Minnesota 3-0 versus a bunch of mediocre teams, kind of like Michigan. Michigan State had that road loss to Washington last week. I think there's an overreaction here. I have Michigan State winning. Minnesota's favored by 3. Give me Michigan State and those 3 points. Actually, I'd probably just go outright. Oregon at Washington State. Oregon, these are your 4 o'clock games. Oregon is favored by 6.5. I don't think that's enough. Again, Washington State, rather, went on the road and beat Wisconsin a couple of weeks ago. But and Oregon has looked really good since that beating that they took from Georgia. Give me Oregon to cover the 6.5 on the road at Washington State. Tulsa at Ole Miss. Ole Miss is favored by 21. I think they win by more than that. Give me Ole Miss. Lay the points. Arkansas at Texas A&M. Now, Texas A&M, this is a toss-up for me, and it is for Vegas too. Texas A&M is favored by 2 points. I am only winning by 1. I guess give me Arkansas, but I'm not betting that game. Northern Illinois at Kentucky. Kentucky's only a 26.5 point favorite. That's pretty close to my number, but I'm going to go ahead and pick Kentucky anyway to cover that spread. Vanderbilt at Alabama. Alabama is favored by 40.5. Vanderbilt is turning out to be just what they always have been. They had the benefit of a couple of easier games to open. Not so much now. You're into SEC play. Give me Alabama to cover that big number. Wisconsin at Ohio State. Ohio State has looked a lot better since that Notre Dame game. They're favored by 18.5. Give me Ohio State at home at 7:30 to cover that spread versus Wisconsin. Connecticut is at NC State, a team that Michigan just beat up on 59-0. I think NC State can do similar things. The line's only 38.5. Give me NC State to cover that. We'll move up here. The 8 o'clock games are Kansas State at Oklahoma. Oklahoma's only favored by 12 at home. 8 o'clock game. Give me Oklahoma to cover that. Boston College at Florida State. Florida State is a 17.5 favorite. That's close to my number. I think I'm just going to stay away from that one. And USC at Oregon State. I know Oregon State is a pretty good team. They're going to be bowling. It's on the road. It's at night. But that USC offense is amazing. And the line is only 5.5. Maybe Vegas sees something I don't. But I'm going to go with USC to cover that spread. And your last game this week is at 10:15 at night Eastern time, Wyoming at BYU. BYU is coming off 2 really close games, a win versus Baylor, a loss to Oregon. Wyoming is not a great team, but I just think BYU probably beat up a little bit. That's a big line, 22.5. Give me Wyoming and the 22.5 points. So there you guys have it. Thank you for tuning in once again. I know most of you are either rooting for me to continue to fail, and maybe some of you are rooting for me to turn it around. We'll see. Thanks, everybody.